you're reading it.
I know. Dave. Dan. We have a Dave here.
You call him D Stank. D Stank if you want to make it easy.
Mr. Stanky, sales manager, First Call Logistics. Are you with us?
I am. Mr. Stanky is my dad. I can't go by that.
There you go.
I'm still too young.
Loser in the walk-off. Can we go with that?
Don't maybe bring up the trophy.
Yeah.
That's right. I couldn't beat Tim, but I'll take my participation badge.
There we go.
Hold on. Are you the one that had the sweet one? Was it the one with the brown sugar?
I did. I had a little brown sugar.
Hey, a little brown sugar.
Good. They were all good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're good. They were very good. So, Dan, how are you this morning?
Very good. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
So, you also own your own little trucking company too, don't you?
Yes.
And so, how many tractors do you have with that?
One.
Oh, okay. And
that's all you need. One makes money.
Yeah, and
one tractor.
It keeps you pretty
trailer.
busy then, or?
Yeah, it is. Definitely, just like a lot of companies, the driver is definitely the hardest part. So right now, it's just kind of on standby till I fill a seat in that truck. But yeah, definitely, I think that's just echoes the whole thing in the industry. My original driver was a friend of mine, his dad. A long time he passed away, and I just haven't wanted to fill the seat yet. Kind of getting through that, but
what are you waiting on, Dan? You could fill that seat.
I'd have to get my CDL there first. So
yeah,
I thought about it. Trust me.
So how are things at First Call Logistics? Are you guys seeing the industry with the constraints, how tight things are, and is it difficult to find drivers and get loads booked and the costs and all that? Just like everyone else, I think we're feeling the same kind of things, the same pressures in the industry for sure. We at least have, being a brokerage firm, we're at least, very flexible. And that's probably our biggest, benefit that we can kind of offer right now is that, when there is, fall offs or things like that, we have a lot of flexibility with a very big network that we can kind of try to adapt the best we can. But yeah, prices are high. This past week was, there was the Indian holiday out west, the Festival of Lights. A lot of people don't realize what kind of impact that really affects the trucking market just as much as Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other holiday. That's another one that you might not see in your calendar that, does that, change rates? Was that just a one-day holiday, or was that a week-long event, or how long did that last?
It's a week-long.
Yeah, it's a week-long, I believe.
Kind of event, yeah. I mean, especially in California market is where you really see a lot of impacts on some of that stuff where you're cross-country. We do a lot of produce shipments too, so that's where we see an effect in some of that. So, but again, it's having those conversations with people and letting them know, say, hey, we're not making this stuff up. This is going on, and it's affecting the market.
Speaking of produce, I read an article today. Have you guys seen avocados? Mm-hmm. I know. So back to your guac off, Dan.
Tim's always got to rub it in.
I know, right?
Here's the plate again. Here's the plate.
Australia, the farmers over there, I guess, avocado is huge in Australia, apparently. I didn't know that either.
I thought it came from Mexico.
The farmers over there are pissed off. So the people that produce avocados is up 60% now. And so the price of avocados is basically in the dirt.
Oh, really?
Compared to what it was. So they're getting upset that each avocado, they used to ring in about 30 cents. Now they're ringing in about 3 cents.
No kidding.
That crazy on the overproducing of the avocado. So it just tells me we need more guac offs. That's what I'm saying. That's all. I heard produce, and I thought
we could do an ugly sweater competition and a guac off on the same day next month. Just saying.
I won't even wear anything. That'll be the ugliest sweater you've ever seen.
Yeah. Hey, Dan.
Yes.
So how long have you been in the industry, and what got you into doing this?
Well, it's been. I've been in the industry now for over 6 years. Before that, I went to college in Wisconsin, and I guess you can kind of go back. I worked nights, loading and unloading trucks for a trucking company in Hudson, Wisconsin.
just earn some extra money, pay rent and have some beer money in my pocket. So that was, definitely a good job to have in college. And then I was in law enforcement for 5 years once I finished school. I did that. I had a buddy that then went to work in commercial insurance after his law enforcement career. I was like, hey, that's kind of sounds sort of interesting. And he was doing it on the commercial trucking side. So then I talked to a trucking company headquartered in Wisconsin and thought I would kind of get into some safety and compliance. And then they actually pushed me into logistics. And kind of been there ever since. And like I said, for the last 6 years, that's what I've been doing. I kind of progressed through different, dispatching, brokerage, planning, account management, sales, just kind of progressed through a few.
What did you
roles.
major in? Just curiosity. What did you major in? And then all of a sudden you're in trucking. This is always fascinating to me.
Sounds good.
Sociology.
Uh-huh.
Sociology, right?
So
I only had to take one college math class. So it was one of those where I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty easy. And then I realized, I come into trucking today and now all I do is look at spreadsheets and numbers all day long.
That's amazing.
Where did you go to college at?
Wisconsin River Falls.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Wow.
Minnesota?
So are you a Wisconsin fan or a Minnesota fan?
Well, I grew up in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, my whole life. So I went to, elementary school, high school, all in Minnesota. And then I went to college in Wisconsin, right on the border there, and I haven't lived in Minnesota ever since. So,
but are you in Indianapolis now?
Yes, I live in Indianapolis now.
What the hell brought you to Indianapolis?
Well, that original trucking company that I worked with in Wisconsin, they have terminals all over the country.
Are you at liberty to announce them? Or
no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you can say
go ahead, Stanky.
Tell him his life story.
At Martin Transport. They're
huge company.
Yep. So they taught me a lot of stuff. Great, fantastic company, great people. So they really kind of taught me a lot of what I kind of, got to get my foot in the industry, and it was great. And they had an office here in Zionsville. And so I moved from our corporate office in Wisconsin to here. And I always thought it was just going to be kind of a temporary thing, but, dug in some roots and, I've been here ever since.
You definitely probably don't miss the winters up in Minnesota, do you?
They're a lot more tolerable here. I kind of miss the ice fishing and some of that stuff, but I'll be going. Oh, damn! You got to get out of the ice fishing sometime.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my fat ass out on a piece of ice. Yeah, that's what, and cut a hole in it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Could you see my fat ass walking on a lake? Yeah, right.
I'll be going back up for deer hunting season. Will come up here. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's the 9-day, and that's the best time of the year. So I'll be going back up for that.
Nice.
You still have family up there?
I do. All my family is still up there. Yeah.
Wow. So you did pretty good at the Martin Transportation, and then you obviously had some savviness with the money aspect, and you bought your own truck and started your own logistics company, and been doing that since then, right?
I just did that last year.
Wow.
Yep, last year.
Congratulations.
I saw the market was kind of favorable for a lot of smalling operation. I wanted to give it a shot. So I gave it a whirl and convinced my wife I was going to give it a shot on the side, and it was a nice little venture. I learn a lot too, to kind of do it yourself really from the ground up. I mean, all the little aspects that sometimes you don't think about, that from IFTA stickers to filing that quarterly and everything that goes along with it, to decals and VINs on your truck and trailer, and making sure your reefer unit's working correctly and your driver's registered at the clearinghouse. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's definitely